guys. Sorry about that. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties. The camera said that it was being used, and it wasn't. So it cheated. How are you guys doing? Hi, Glenn and Thelma and Alice and Diane. And if there's anybody up above that I missed, I'm so sorry. I'm here for What's New Wednesday, I think, maybe. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. And pardon my...
Oh, hi, Margie. They can hear.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. So pardon my hands, and I've been working on building this shed, and I washed my hands, but nothing else extra. So let's go ahead and move down to my hands. Mary is here. She's going to work with us. Just, yep, you got to stand up, hold the bottom. Yep. And then push up. There you go. And just keep going. Okay. Perfect. All right. I think that should work. Yes. We've got it together. So Mary is working the camera for the very first time. So say hello, Mary. We are doing this semi-solo. Hey, it's nice to have somebody working the camera, right?
Alice says, what a nice surprise to have you here tonight.
Well, this is what happens when Debbie takes a different day off than what she usually takes in the month. And so it is great.
Hi, camera woman.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to move these off to the side to keep them out of my way. And we have got tons to go through this evening. So I'm really, really sorry if for some reason, no, I think it should be okay. You can if you want to. We have got tons of pieces of things to look at this week. So excited. However, I do want to kind of keep us within a timeline. So bear with me because I'm going to kind of go a little quickly. So we have a new set that came in from Hunky Dory.
Diane,
and let me get to that set.
Diane asks if all is well with Debbie. So.
Oh, yes. Debbie is just taking her time off early. We're trying to do something a little different this time around. And rather than her taking off on a Saturday, she's taken off on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So by doing it this way, she'll be here for Saturday's class, so you won't miss out. So we're just going to try something a little different and see what happens. That is not the right color. This Mary is the right T color. Hi, Mary T. Okay. All righty. Here we go. We have a beautiful collection that just came in. It's the Summer Decoupage collection. Remember that when they're in these big packs like this, that there's 2 sets each. And so just be aware, because it does reflect that in the price, that you have this really thick piece compared to a regular kit that is this thick. So look at the 2 differences. So you can see, so there are 2 sets, and I'm not positive exactly what the price is. I bought it, but I can't tell you what the price was. So this is our new In Full Bloom set. It's the decoupage set for, I guess they just decided to release it this summer instead of late spring. We'll see. So we have the inserts, and the inserts are just each of the flowers in a corner like they typically are. There's no wording, but you can have a 2-sided insert or an insert for each page that you make. We've got a beautiful set of the adorable Scorable In Full Bloom. And this is the top color. And on my TV screen, it looks a little darker in blue than this one actually is. This one's kind of more dusty blue. Seeing it in person. So my TV might be a little bit different, but I think for the most part, you guys can get the idea of the colors of these. So we have, Mary's trying to find out what the price is on this. And so we have all of these beautiful colors in our adorable Scorable. Remember, one of the neat things about adorable Scorable is that they won't crease and crack like other cardstock does. So if you want to create shaped cards or make your own cards, this is a great way to go with your items.
That one's $15.99.
So this one, she said, is $15.99, and it comes with 2 colors a piece. And so there's lots here, and then the
That's
regular.
The Deco Large.
Yep, that's the Deco Large.
$51.99.
It's $51.99. Yep, thank you, Alice. I appreciate that for looking. Yes, it is $51.99, and it's just the difference of shipping with England right now. It has the price has basically just gone up.
And the inserts are
So the insert should be how much?
$12.99.
$12.99. I was going to say $14. I thought that that's what they were. So this is the Deco Large set. It is absolutely beautiful. It comes with, remember that each flower, or in this case flowers, each one comes with a half sheet of all foil to build your bases on. You get 1 cardstock sheet, and that is this lovely one right here. And then your last piece is your Deco Large pieces that build everything up. And I really like this set. Look at how nice and big the pieces are. And I'm going to show you that go on this. So it's not a whole bunch of, I've got to find my little tiny foamies in order to build these up. You don't have to. They've given you some really beautiful, nice pages. Don't forget that you can, out of just one of these, at least make 2 to 3, especially with this border, because it's got several different ones on it. You can usually make anywhere between 2 to 3 per card. And if you buy the entire set, that means 4 daisy cards. And that's just the daisies. I'm going to go ahead and just set that to the side. Oh, look, I have a put her away person today. How awesome is that? This is our next set. It's the Hydrangea Bloom. It is beautiful. We've done the hydrangeas before, but this is a different color. I really like the way this looks. It's not as pastel as the last hydrangea was that Debbie just did the other day, and I love the pastels with the pinks and the purples, but I think that this represents the kind of hydrangea that I had in Oregon City colors perfectly. And my neighbor right next door had a totally different type of hydrangea plant, and so hers had all those pastel colors, and mine had this really beautiful blue that turned into this green and maroon in the fall. It was beautiful. Yeah, Mary says that's what I have, because she's whispering instead of just speaking out loud. And yes, Karen, that was going to be my surprise at the very end, but I'll answer your question. So we will go ahead and talk about that a little bit later. So stay tuned, because it's going to be important. This is our sunflower package. Again, these pieces we lean towards giving you the ability to build on in lots of different places with this set. So isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's fine, Karen. I'm glad that you said something. I might have forgotten. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't have forgotten. But I also know that we're not going to be showing it tonight because we have all these other things to do, and we are still waiting for a box to appear from Hunky Dory. So sometimes the shipping gets a little late. And Mary, if you have trouble with it, I don't have a problem setting it aside. I can put it away tomorrow. It's fun putting these things back in their bags. That's why Debbie always hands them to me. Okay, this is our orchid. This one is gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, it didn't take me long to see what Brittany was putting in the computer on Friday for me to go, oh, I'm buying this today. I'm not even going to take time to think about it. It's a go-getter. Absolutely. And I don't even think that I have to say the names of most of these because they have done a beautiful job of replicating them exactly. This one has a little bit of a smaller, the fuchsia one has a little bit of smaller pieces, but you can't help but have smaller pieces with the fuchsia or else it wouldn't feel real, would it? And look at how they made this. They made the top hanging down instead of it being on the bottom. They thought about how a fuchsia grows, and so they made sure that they put it up here at the top. And then you have this one as well. Keep in mind there's lots of sayings as well as decorative pieces on those. And I am sure that at some point in time, I can't promise you, but I'm pretty sure that Debbie at some time will say, oh, this is a hunky-dory day, and do a couple of these for you on a Sunday. Actually, on Sundays, I think she could get through at least 4 or 5 of these fairly easily because of the size of the pieces.
Dragonflies.
Yes, the dragonflies are beautiful. Mary is again whispering in the background. Say hi, Mary.
Hello.
She's really not shy. I swear she isn't. Miss the Start, did you get all these in a big kit or do you have to buy individually? You can either get it in a big kit and it's the price is up there a little ways, Karen, where we have the listing that Alice helped us. There you go. Thank you, Alice, again. $51.99. And you get 2 of each set. So this is considered to be a set. So I probably kind of rushed through and didn't explain that this is a set in a good way anyways. So this gives us a great opportunity. So you get 2 of each of these sets for this color if you buy it in the big pack for $51.99. Otherwise, I believe that they are, I think with the extra cost, I'm almost wondering if we're closer to the $3.99 or $4.29 a piece. We'll have Mary look up a singular just to verify. This is the clematis. Everybody has a different way that they pronounce that one. My father says that I pronounce it incorrectly.
That's your time in Brittany.
All right, here's our poppy. Look at that field of poppies. This feels almost California poppy-ish, but not quite. A little bit too orange, but oh, isn't that pretty? Little bumblebees all over too. These are just beautiful. So if you have, I looked at it and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll just buy 1 of each. I have 10,000 things at home because I work here. And so, I usually will say, oh, I think I'm just going to get the onesies. But in this particular case, I went, nope, my mom's going to love it. I'm going to love it. I'll buy 2.
$4.49.
$4.49. I thought that we were going up in price just because of the cost. And these kits are just going up just like anything else, unfortunately. But I think it's worth it. I really, really do. Is this our mums or our dahlias? This is our dahlias. We have a beautiful dahlia farm company down in Canby. It's not very far from here. And they do tons and tons of different dahlias. And you can mail order them. Or you can, if you live close by, you can come in and they have a showing of them at the end of the season. right about the 1st of September, maybe a little bit into the end of August. It kind of just depends. But I believe that they always go through Labor Day weekend. So it's beautiful to go, and they have beautiful sets of arrangements that they've created. It's gorgeous, so that you can go in and choose which ones you want if it's not online, and you can order them right then and there, and they'll call you when it's time to plant them, and you come down and pick them up, or they'll mail them to you depending on which way you want it done. This is our Delphinium. Oh, and this has a pretty little background to it. Not all flowers.
Why don't you read a couple of the sentiments?
Sure. Okay, these sentiments say, I broke my glasses again, and so I don't have bifocals again. Okay, to me, one and only. Okay, to my one and only, all the best. Sending heartfelt get well wishes. And this one is your July flower. So if you have birth flowers that you followed with Hunky Dory, they have Delphinium listed as a July flower. And in August, it is gladiolas. So I'm curious to see, I think I'm down to the last 2. So I guess they will not have gladiolas in this one. But it is new, and it is very different. This has a different feel to it than a lot of the other flower packs that we get. So these are just gorgeous. Here's our peonies, another one that, can be called different from different areas. Here's our paper. Our 3Ds. And this set says, with love, just for you, hope your special day blooms with happiness. Hey, these are big enough that I can actually read them if I hold them out far enough. There we go. I'm not buying that glasses frame ever again. All I was doing was cleaning the lenses, and it snapped in half. And I wasn't like working hard at it. I haven't pushed it up or messed with it, and it still broke. And it's not even, nope, it's about a year, and they broke about a year the last time. So now I have a frame, but I don't have lenses that will work because I just had to change my lenses. I was enjoying seeing everything again. Isn't that gorgeous? This one is, if you couldn't tell, the rose. It says Roses Are Red is the name of this one. See all that sparkle? That's all your gold foiling sitting in there. And it's just in little tiny slivers, so it just makes it really beautiful. And this one says, on your anniversary, heartfelt wishes, sending love to you on this day and always. And that is the end of our In Full Bloom. Like I said, the inserts match it almost exactly to what you see on the page. Thank you. And then let's take a look at this one. This one's kind of fun.
Diane says the foiling makes it look 3D.
It was a big box.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about sitting it up there anyway. I didn't know where you wanted it.
I didn't move it around. I thought we were good. Okay. This is our nautical set, but I haven't seen one from Hunky Dory in a little while, other than I think in a magazine. So that's is interesting that we have a secondary magazine nautical set, but it this is the magazine. It is magazine number 77. And let me show you what's inside. So what you get with your magazine is you get your embossing folder that looks like waves. You have a moonstone die that I have a feeling is also waves, from what I can see of it from here. Oh, I guess it is an embossing folder of wonderful waves and not, it said moonstone at the top, so I thought you maybe got a die with it, but that's really more of a volume box kit than a magazine kit. So there's our waves. By the way, guys, use your velveteen on this and it will be beautiful. It will be absolutely gorgeous looking waves. Oh, and we sell that too. And there's an ocean color and there is a more lighter kind of dusky blue, and I can't remember the name of that one, but we do have a couple of them as well as a navy one that make beautiful waves with. I love doing embossing folders with the velveteen. It's gorgeous. Okay, and it holds. So here's our magazine. They're going to talk about lots of different things, as we know. Some examples. Here's our examples for our kit that comes with the magazine. They've even created a 3D fussy cut for you to be able to cut out a boat, a sailboat, and some seagulls. So that's a neat little page of surprise. There is an example of finding some luggage for traveling as part of the kit. You've got all of these great ideas, and they're always different. They're never the same. I always like that. And then it's talking and discussing. It will go through and talk about other ones, as you know. This one is a topper challenge. I wonder what set this is. I was reading it upside down and from far away. Which set? I am not sure which set this comes from. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. We have challenged Natalie, and she has made 6 using a dazzling birthday set from the Treasured Moments range. And we do not currently have these in stock. But lots of ideas. As you know, our magazines from Honky Dory cover so much ground. This is the Botanical Birds that they're covering in the beginning. I was hoping to see a couple of these. Here's our Botanical Birds. We have this that just came into stock, as well as the In Full Bloom. And so it's got examples of what you can do with the birds. And here's more examples with the kit itself. As you know, tons of pages at the front, and then they obviously use some at the back too. So let's take a look at what it has to offer. And then interestingly enough, they are selling a Nautical Moments, Nautical Moments adorable Scorable. So you get it as a separate piece to have matching adorable Scorable. And they've also made it with the little book. So they've created 2 different things that go along with this magazine if you did choose to want to have a little bit of each. As you know, our little books come with, I want to say, 4 of each design.
4 or 5, yeah.
Might be 6.
Might be
One,
6.
here we go. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 of each picture. It's hard to keep track of which ones do what. I like them all, so. Aren't those cute?
You're making way too much noise.
Nah. You don't mind the crinkling of cellophane, do you? Oh, look at that ship in a bottle. That's a neat one. These are matte. They're not glossy. They're a little bit thicker than our glossy little books would feel like and be on.
Those are nice colors too.
Yeah, they are. They're beautiful sets. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go and flick quickly because I happen to know that there's a lot more still to see tonight.
And we started late.
And we started a little late because we couldn't, it kept telling me that my camera was on and working somewhere else, and I have no idea where it was working. So I closed it down, opened it up. We finally figured it out. I truly had to turn off the entire computer to reset it, which takes time then, of course, to open back up. This one's really pretty. I like that one a lot. Then here's our boat again. You know, you can use the boat, I betcha, that's in the magazine to cutouts with some of these papers too. Oh, this is a very British looking boat. I swear it's in every cove. No kidding. It really, really is. But, you know, you need that when you're an island. I'm going to pass that through to you. Okay. And as you know, the nautical colors are these. I'm going to put them way up close so that you can see which ones. I'm not going to open it all the way. But those are our adorable Scorable colors that match these. And this is the set.
Shell.
I think you were trying to put something away. It's in the little books too. So anything that you see here is also in the little book style. So it depends on how and what you want out of the set. Oh, Thelma says the sound is just fine. Look at that wave. That's beautiful. Yeah, I agree, Mary. I love these colors.
I like the color on that one, the green and the peach.
Yes, it's really pretty. I have a surprise. I'm not going to show you yet. Neener, neener. There you go. And then we've got some cardstock in the back. Foiled in a magazine one. Getting fancier and fancier. We've had foil for a while, but sometimes I notice that they don't always come completely foiled in the background papers, just the main sheet. But this has it kind of everywhere. Look at those birds. They are not black. They are actually silver. Can't really see it in this light, but I promise it's silver foil. And the shell is gold foiled. You can kind of see it there. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now here comes what else is in here. Look at this.
Look at the backs of those though too. I love that.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Mary and I are going to be going downstairs and spending some of our hard-earned money. Isn't that pretty?
That one, that's my favorite right there.
This one?
Yes. That blue border, the peach and the green. I love that. Look at those. Oh,
They're so pretty. And look what else you get. This is a surprise that I was not expecting to see in here. Look, guys. They've put in 2 acetate sheets for you. You've got the gold side and you've got the silver side. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And there is not just one, there are 2. So this is the gold side. Again, it really doesn't pick up in a picture as well. And there's the silver side. Yes, it all comes with the magazine. All of it except for the adorable Scorable and the little book. All the rest of what I just showed you in this pack, along with the embossing folder, you get in your magazine. So that is worth it 100%. Okay, this one goes into this one, which then goes into this one. Thank you, Mary. Okay, we have some extra little book pieces. We have pressed petals. And this one is in a tag version. If you guys haven't used these tag versions, they are so cool to use. They are so much fun. It goes upside down because this is where it pulls from, is the bottom. So I'm going to flip it and it's going to seem really weird, but this is the direction that it goes to keep that nice bottom line nice and clean. So this comes, I believe it's 3 in a tag. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And enjoy the little things. You can add these to the pack that it comes with because we have a pack of these pressed flower ones. Have a beautiful day. So you can use them as little tuckaways in your items. I actually like the pad quite a bit.
yeah.
Thanks a bunch. Oh, I've got my hand over the front of it. You are bloomin' lovely. Color.
Diane asked, this all comes with the magazine. That must have been an old question.
Yeah, that's why I said yes, it all comes except for it. Thank you for catching it. It takes a little bit, I know, for us to look up sometimes to answer questions. So I appreciate the extra help because I normally don't have it. And then I forget to look up. I don't know why I'm fighting that. Okay. Majestic Butterflies pocket pad. You know what our pocket pads look like. These are a glossy, thinner paper. It's the same kind of thickness as the Duo Designs papers. These also make great little tags. You can also cut them into 3Ds and make them decoupage if you want to take that. Yes, I'm kind of whizzing through here, guys, because I've got a box full. Aren't those beautiful? Look at that one. I think there's one more past that. Yep. This is a butterfly from our Bejeweled Butterflies from a few years ago. We still, I think, actually have a couple of kits of that.
I was thinking maybe Life is Abundant too.
Life is Abundant, though, is graphic 45. But yeah, it's the same kind of style. Yeah. Okay, cute cats. I don't think that we've had this one before. I think it's brand new. We had pets in the pocket pads. And I think that we're out of the pets ones, but let me tell you, my house is being overtaken by baby cats. And yes, we needed to spade, but we were on the waiting list because that is what happens nowadays with COVID. I think everybody has a waiting list for anything. I don't know what happened, but it's somewhere in there.
You adopted a pregnant cat, didn't you?
We did. We adopted a pregnant cat, and that gave us 5 kittens. And now we have those plus 2, the mama to begin with, and then one of them was a girl out of the 5. And so now we have 8 babies running around my house and driving me insane. And my cats, my mommy cats, are holding my dogs hostage. They're scared to go through half the house. They're trying to protect their babies. But it still is not fair for them because they don't understand. They wouldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, that's cute.
Is that leapfrog?
Leap kitty.
Oops, wrong direction. And oops, I lost a page. Think I might have just missed one. Here we go. This is what one of my kitties looks like. Exactly like one of my kitties looks like. And he's a rascal. He, she. Okay. There we go. I'll have to fix that one page. We may want to make a little post-it note of it, Mary, letting us know that it has been opened with the page loose. And this is part of the In Full Bloom package. And this is a square little book. And these will also have the 6 to a picture. Peonies. More lilies. Did get that about right. Fuchsias. Orchids. More delphinium. Poppy. Maybe the delphinium was from earlier and I just forgot. Daisies. That one is a different hydrangea. This one's got a little bit more purple to it and more fuchsias. So there's a couple of different ones, probably like their favorites that they've added to the back. I don't think that you will get 2 of each in a different picture, but you may. I may be so totally. Karen, I'm glad to hear that you've placed your order. Thank you. Our dahlias and our clematis. And that's the end of that one. Okay. One more little book. Or pocket pad. Okay, these are our gnomes. They are cute and hilarious all at the same time. You could tuck a couple of these into our paper roses, but some of them won't quite match. But some of these would absolutely work. Yes, they're adorable. It's a NASCAR gnome. Maybe it's a pit gnome. I don't know. Barbecue gnome. These gnomes have lives just like us. Soccer gnome. Driving in a cute taxi gnome. I wonder how tiny that is. Okay. Our artist gnome. Our tool worker gnome. You know, it actually has a lot of pieces that would be handy for birthdays for little boys as well as dads and grandpas, because it is hard, as we know, to find a lot of mail card options. But this has quite a few with a lot of different activities. Thank you. I'm tired, guys. I'm sorry. Ask me if I can think straight right now. No. The answer is no, I cannot. Okay. I'm not going to go through all of this because you've already seen all of this. This is the Quicky Cards, which allow you to go in and have a little pad of basically almost half a set of a pack of regular kit cards from Hunky Dory packs. So this gives you 8 foiled and die cut topper sheets, 2 of each, in a mix of gold and silver foil. So what you see here looks exactly like this. So you've got your background, you've got your topper, and you'll have 2 of each of these. So each one of these has a background and a topper. And let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got the, from our kits before, it's got the lions, the gorilla, the elephant, the bear, the tiger, the whale, and the wolf. And it looks like maybe a panda. Yes, a panda as well. So it's the same type of idea, same print of pictures, I should say. These are the quick, fabulous flower cards. These come with a mix from various different ones over the years. I can tell you right now, I see a few different types in here. So this one's from our hydrangea. This one is from our Forever Florals sunflower. This lavender, I believe, is from our wildlife lavender ones. I'm going to go ahead and open this one up just because it's been a while for some of these, and some I don't even recognize that we haven't had. And if we have, it's been a good long time. So this is what the animal one looks like. So you get 2 of them. Your card is already pre-scored for you. It looks like an A6. And then you have 2 borders, lots of different tags to go on it. So in reality, you can probably, with as many toppers as these have, if you didn't want to use this as a full card and you wanted to extend it, you can make a nice paper cut right along the score line and put 2 different tops, because it's the same. And one's going to be on the back side of your card. So you might as well get a little bit of extra use out of it and get some more space for cards in there, because it is absolutely realistic to think that you can get 4 cards out of each of these 2 pages of toppers. We have seen this one before. Now, they're part of the same grouping, but they definitely have changed it up on how it looks. This came from one of our spring collections a few years ago. A couple years ago now, I think, but they didn't have it in an envelope. It was just the pansies in a different format. So this is our pressed petal, our Botanical Birds. And I'm showing them to you this way because I believe that we have singles of these. I'm going to double check. And then we have our Picture Perfect Botanical Birds. And our Picture Perfects are our 8x8s on matte paper. There are so many things. Thank you, Karen, for joining us. There we go. Wow, this one's beautiful, guys. Okay, so you guys all know that I'm a bird sucker, but they just really are very pretty. And the way that they have them placed in here, you could really, I really like how they did this one. Too. Yeah. I love this. This is a great set.
Look at the back.
Yeah. So you've got your backgrounds that you can use, or you can just use the fronts and yeah.
Peacocks and hummingbirds.
I do know that the Botanical Birds are in onesies because I just put them away, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It says, yes, I quickly put them away on Sunday and headed out the door. So I'm pretty positive that both the pressed, not positive, I am positive that the pressed petal and the Botanical Birds we have singles of, or your kit, or your full luxury kit version of. And then that's the last one. Oh, these are so cute. Okay, so I'm going to take the onesie ones so that we can move along because we've got more to go over, believe it or not. Okay, I'm going to toss these up here. So we have the Botanical Birds inserts. They have, it looks like, some of the background pages, as well as, I love this with the little coffee marks on it from, sitting out and watching your birds and trying to write down. You've got some that have darker colors around them. So you've got, it mimics a lot of the cardstock that you're going to see on the backs of these, like that. So this is our first one. This is Glorious Gardens. It's got a few different birdies on it. There's our woodpecker. And then it has this one. And then as always, it will have a gold foil on here as well. So this is our gold foil. And this is our matte. It looks like there's our little coffee stain. One that goes with this one. These are matte. They are not the glossy. So I always like the matte ones. I think they're beautiful. I like the feel of them when I'm opening up a card. I really do. Don't ask me why I like it that way, but I do. Maybe because it feels a little bit more homemade. Because I don't want somebody to think that I spent all this time making a beautiful card for them to think that I bought it at a store, right? Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? And then on the back, we've got the little ducky. Look at that. I kind of made it a little messy. You might want to have to refold it, maybe. So here's the owl with the foil. Here's the front of that one. These are so pretty. Man, I thought I was going to be able to pass these by, but now I know that they're matastic. I don't know. I might have to really rethink this whole thing. I'm a sucker.
I just bought the Flight of Fancy ones. Now I got to start over.
Well, if I get snowed in for my lifetime, I will never truly need another piece of craft item again, but man, do I like them all. Okay. This is the last of the Botanical Birds. So if you buy it in the kit, you'll get 2 of each set.
I like their color schemes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They are very, very pretty. I'm pretty positive that I bought this one on Friday as well. I may have decided to wait, but I think I bought this one on Friday as well.
The label.
Thank you. All right. Now we're on to the next set. Oops, wait a minute. Let me backtrack. Here's some more Nautical Man Matastic. So not just the regular adorable Scorable, but they've got this as well. So it can make a really easy background for your little book. See that? They've used their little book and built it up a little bit. And then they've used their wave paper behind it. And then they've put on a little bit of string onto their anchor. So they're creating this as the backgrounds to your little book. Thank you. All right. So Pressed Flowers is another flower one that we have. I thought that I would give you, a little bit of space between one major flower one to another. So this is our adorable Scorable. I think you can see all the colors. And it looks like, I just want to make sure that I'm saying this right. Yes. Okay. So it has a darker version and a lighter version. So what they're showing you here is that there's one that has a little bit more white.
Pastel, maybe.
Yeah, sort of kind of pastel. But it still has that deeper, rich color to it. I don't know if I can explain it that any better. But it does have 2 different. So if you're buying a yellow, you're getting a yellow and then a darker yellow or a lighter yellow, depending on how you want to look at it. These are our inserts for the flower pressed petals. These inserts have your clear ones.
Those are bright. Usually
they're
more muted than
this set is definitely a brighter. Now, it also has the glossy versions. And not all of the inserts have these, so I wanted to pull them out specifically so that you could see that they're just like the Duo design paper, but it's been attached into the insert packs. I think that's all the same. Yep. So there they are. Hope I moved through that quickly enough, but not too fast. Hi, Adeline. I don't think that I saw you pop on. Okay. This is the pressed flower. See if I can get it in there. Lots of tags on this one. Borders. You're going to be able to break this kit up to use it in lots of different ways and extend it out. I will guarantee that that will happen for you on these. Thank you. I love how many little pieces that they gave you. Okay, here's the one to this one. Each, I would say, let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different wording, little sentiments in there, from happy birthday. This one, it's your time to bloom, and down to this one, on your special day, thanks a bunch. So lots of different ways that you can use these. I think of a DL card going across with its various different sections.
Yes.
Or one foiled, or one regular. Whoop.
Adeline says this is really beautiful.
I think it was about the bird ones. I think.
They're all beautiful.
They all are very pretty. These are really brightly colored. Need to brighten someone's day? This is a way to do it right here. It is more playful. It's not a serious card. But if you just want to have fun, forget me not, especially for you, many thanks in return. So look at how much that you can break these into pieces. And if you use those inserts as backgrounds, you'll even be able to extend it more with buying those inserts too. Just something to think about. Okay. That one. And this one. It says on the side, a little note to say, as a border piece. They're kind of fun with the idea of making things look like little torn sides and things like that. They've been really inventive in how they're creating it to look without you having to do as much of the work, like tearing everything. Okie dokie, guys. This is an exciting little bit of new. It comes in limes and blues and dark colors and pastel colors. We've got lots of choices to go from. And these are our kinetic cards. So you're going to fold in at the line one direction and pop the other section out. So just be prepared that this is going to go in different ways and shapes.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So it's called a kinetic card, and it basically will fold up and onto itself so that it closes down to a typical, and I'm not folding it right, but it folds down to this size when you're done. But you've got all of this as different sizes for different things, and then it sets up like that. So you've almost got like a little stage going on. Or you can flip it the other way around and just work each one of these. So if this one goes back, this one goes up, this one goes back, this one goes forward, and this one goes back. So you can also do it this way. So you have different ways to fold it. There is a very specific way, and it will give you the lines and the example in your sets. This is kind of like the, oh dear, the sticker cards that they came up with. This is their kinetic card that you have. Lots of different colors and darks, lights. Like I said, you've got it just like in the last pack. So this is going to get you through a whole bunch of colors that you will use with your springtime, with your Christmas, with the in-between times. But this is a good set to have. I have to be really honest with you. I already bought 2 of them.
That's pretty with the flowers.
Yeah.
Changed.
Isn't that great? And this, if you didn't notice, changed as well. This kind of came from a fish scale hatch to a diamond shape. And I don't think there was any other change in between. Oh, yes, there was dots. So they do look different. They're not all the exact same in print either. Thank you for catching that, Mary.
No problem.
I appreciate that. Okay. And these are the last 2. Okay, so I think that's how they went in. Here you go. Okay, so
wait, envelopes. And it comes with
envelopes. It comes with envelopes. How many does it say that there are in that pack?
16 cards.
16
and envelopes.
Yes, origami is what those cards can be. Okay, so I believe it has happened now for 3 weeks that we changed the way that we're doing things a little bit. Rather than having a Thursday night class, we're just going to each week give you a feature item that we want to take a little bit of, hey, this is how you do it, and this is what it can look like. And then we have a little sale. And I'm going to tell you right now that What's New Wednesday newsletter is not going to come out today. Debbie comes back tomorrow. So I would say expect it Thursday evening. Honestly, at the very earliest Thursday evening. It may be as late as Friday. You never know. And then the prices for what I'm going to show you, I don't have a set amount, but those will be up and changed by the end of today. So take a look. This is our special is the Floral Fashionista. It comes with the stamp and the die. And it doesn't just make the little bodice piece, it actually makes all of these little flowers as well. So I'm going to give you some examples. We do not have enough to make a big set. So we don't have the big set, but we do have pieces of it. So if you decide that you like this, it does have a skirt, it has a corset, but some of them we don't have the stamps, or we maybe don't have the dies. So look in the bundle section if you want more of this set, but this is what we have a feature on. And then we have our Petite Florals shaping mold that will go with it, and we'll be putting these on sale. And I also, for my example, used the Flourish companion frame in order to show you different ways that you can use some of these decorative frames. So these are the pieces that I used, and you buy this one as a pack. It will be the die, the stamp, and the mold, and we'll give you a really great deal on it. We already have a really great deal on the bundle, but we want you to have the mold too for the flowers. It's a great way to go. And so Let's see. So this is my first one. I personally think that I'm going to need to make a little saying over in here, like maybe use some of my hunky-dory colored sentiments. But this I used our satin mirror board with. And on the back, I used our Blossom from Graphic 45. I should have a pack over there that has all the different things that I used in it. So then that way people can get an idea of how and what I used. Yeah, those. And there should be one more packet. It will be small. It will look like it's a whole bunch of things because it's a whole bunch of things. Nope, wrong one. That's okay.
That's the one.
We're good. Yes. Perfect. Thank you. So I used the satin board. I don't know. We really haven't shown or featured this before, so I thought that I would pop it in here. It's 10 pastel satin 8.5 by 11 pieces. It's got all different colors, but it is in pastels, and it's a satin mirror board, and it is so pretty. And I felt like this could go with just about any of the flowers that I wanted to use. So I took advantage of it and I used a couple. But I would say if you get this entire little pack, it will go great with whatever flowers you find. And it gives you a good background for these pieces. I will say for the, yes, Thelma, there is class on Saturdays. We are going to absolutely keep doing those classes, but Thursdays we're finding that it is a little bit harder for us to try and do a class each time. And so because we're also doing classes and in-person things. And so Debbie's basically making something new every other day. And that takes a lot of time and energy. And so we had decided that it may be time to try something a little bit different and see how that goes for a little bit. So this is the reason why we are still having classes on Saturdays, just not on Thursdays. And instead we're going to do this is how I did it, and this is the sale for a special item that we have. So it may be just a singular item, or it may be a grouping of items. So this is what I had used. I'm going to tell you that after using this a little bit extra, I had used glue on it, and you can kind of see the rippling in it because of the glue. So I would recommend that you go ahead and use finger lift tape on this. So this is the first one. I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like from the very get-go. Your stamp itself will make this piece right here and the die that cuts it out. So if you are using your stamping, you can choose to make it a color that you want to build off of, or you can just choose something fun. So on this one, I chose white. And then I went ahead and I did black on my stamping with hybrid. And then I came back through and put in blue roses on it. And when I said that I used the Blossom, I'm going to show you here. This is our Graphic 45 Blossom. We sell it in 2 sheets a time. And I believe that they're like $2.99. But if you have wanted to try something like this, you have that opportunity to just grab a couple of their pages. They've got a beautiful daffodil one as well. And so I went through and I took my stamp, and then I ran my flowers instead of running them. And I'm going to bring this in quite a bit. Oop, wrong way. There we go. So so I've brought in the flowers by using there we go. By using the dies that we have. They're so tiny. This will show you. Let me move this so you just see the white through. This is the set of 3 that you get. Sorry, guys. This is the set of 3 that you will get inside with that with that. Name.
Floral fashionista.
The bodice, the dummy.
Oh,
there's a name
mannequin?
for it. Mannequin. Yeah, mannequin. Yeah, mannequin. Okay, so this is where I ran my dies through. I didn't use any stamping on this set because it kind of created it for me. And then I used the background here. I added in from Hunky Dory, we have some lace. She handed it to me. I don't know where I set it off to. Somewhere.
This?
Yes, that.
You gave it back to me.
Thank you. Sorry. We have the pattern packs. They come in all different styles. This just happens to be one of my favorite, but it's the Adorable Scorables Delicate Lace, and it's in a matte. And so that is what I used as my background here. You'll see it throughout in a lot of my, in each one of these. I don't have tons of examples just because I'm building a shed, guys, and I tried to fit as much in as I could around that. So I've been working from about 9:30 every morning till it gets dark at night. And then I go in the house and I collapse. So, this one has that blossom background, the lattice background, and then it has my flowers, and that all comes in that fashionista die set that I just showed you, the stamping that goes along with it, and then the borders are from that Flourish companion frame. So, and it looks different with different things. So how you choose to use it will make it look different for that frame. Here's another example. Thank you. So you can use this section of the frame and it will have a different look. You can put in 2 different styles. So this is one cut, and then I glued the blue over the top of this satin cut, and then I have my lace underneath. And so this is how I handled this one. I put my layer of stamp, and I'm going to come in a little bit closer because it's hard, it's easier to see here. I put in my stamp. I stamped it onto color. Thank you. I stamped it onto the to colored paper pad. I used the Crafter's Companion, I think it's the Rose Garden 6x6. Yeah. Rose. Vintage Core. Vintage Rose. So I use this pattern. It comes in all different kinds. I'll have to pull back again for that. So when I used it, I went ahead and I took this back side, I angled it on the side like this, put that as at an angled mannequin, and then I put my stamp on and then cut out the die. I then went through and got some of our pretty foiled acetate and cut out just the mannequin piece. I cut off the bottom down here and off the top. I just wanted the bodice to have that acetate on it. And then I've put my flowers on top. And I got these flowers by punching out one of these. It was this one. We had this side, and then I used this side. And so on the back, it had a little bit of a duller color as well. And so these are the ones that I used. But you have lots of different choices, and you will find that this will work beautifully for making your flower and giving it a little bit of zing. And then it won't, then you don't have to go through and color them all or stamp them all. It really is a quick and easy way to do that. So you can see here, here are all of our flowers. And this is one roll through. I ran out of time to put my gemstone centers in each of these. But other than that, when you get a pack, if you build them all up so that you have one medium, one small, one large, then this is about how many you'll make in a section. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is about how many you'll get if you build them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I broke up some into just singulars down here. So I'm just running it one time and I'm making a complete card with it. So it looks really great and it fills in really well. And, and so I ran the background. Let's see. I ran the background of this. So here are the two different things that you can use. You can use this as your outer layer, which is what I did for this satin pink. And then I ran my inside of my actual paper and I cut it out here like this. And then I glued that on top of the satin. And when I say glue, you should use Sissy Specs. So then that way it just smoothly goes on without having to glue everything. So you just lay that right over the top and you've got this beautiful framework and and it just works great as a little frame for it. So by using a couple of different heartfelt pieces, it can be a lot of fun. These are bigger. This one is basically an 8.5 by 11 folded in half. And this one will fit onto a 5 by 7. I just got the paperboard examples done. So this is another one. I used a floral border, and this is a great one to use for both flowers and otherwise. This is the Very Purple by Find It Trading. We have these downstairs. They come in all different colors. This one, I used the front of this for the mannequin. So here's the front of this for the mannequin. And then I used my stamp right on top. Just choose something that's a little bit darker than what you're using. And it blends right in. I didn't have to color anything in. It was literally just pop a stamp on top of it and run it through the die cutter. And then the back side is what I used for my 3 pieces for the flowers. So now these are my little flowers. These are my little flowers for this one. And you're just going to find the places that you would like for them to sit. And I stamped these with an outer edge. Nope, wrong way. Nope, must have hit it with the wrong button with my finger. There we go. These are super little tiny, so I'm going to zoom in. So here you can see I've got the flower on the back, and you can totally use these. That's why I use them with the blossom, with the navy. You can totally use this side of it and run it through your mold, or you can use your stamp and run this side through it. One is a little bit more definitive. The other one is a little bit more open-ended. So you can run these through and then just place them with glue where you think that they fit. And I found that it was kind of fun to mess with them in places that you weren't expecting. Like maybe, having to create these things. If you're a mannequin and you're putting all these fabric flowers on your dress, it's going to kind of be a little bit everywhere. And so you can put them in different places, not just stick to where you think that they should go, which has been created like this in the samples from Heartfelt. And that's nothing wrong with this either. Absolutely nothing. But I found that it was hiding some of my stamping. And so I didn't like that. And I didn't like them falling off over here into the side, but you totally can do that. as well. So you can see how you can make it all different ways. You're not stuck with one or the other. You can give her an off the shoulder flower piece. Think about how people wear their clothes, and now you've got something totally different. So let me tilt that up so that you can just see it a little bit better. Boop, 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 over this way. There we go. So you can arrange these however you want. And I just wouldn't glue them down until you decide. And don't put in your gems or your prills or anything like that until your flower, until you have it all settled. Because otherwise they'll move, they'll shake, and they'll fall out. And you won't have the ability to put on your glossy accents over the top of it to seal it in time for me to do it.
Tell them about the stamp that it says faith, hope.
Oh, thank you. Mary says, tell you about what's on the stamp. So we've got faith, love, and it's kind of tucked behind these flowers just a little tiny bit.
It's pretty. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Faith, love, hope. Okay, so here's using my blossom in a totally different way. This is my blossom paper. This is just the opposite side of that first one. So now I have a mannequin that's already got a really pretty flower print. I've decided not to use a stamp at all. I think it works great on its own. And so now I can go through, and this Flourish Companion frame that I have over here has a smaller version that goes with it. And the reason why I chose this one is because if you see right here, it's got the little lines right through here. I'm going to show you. It's going to be easier on if I actually show you the frame. So see all those little corner pieces like that? Yeah, so that is, it matches the style of the top of this. If I can remember where to hold my hands. Somebody's outside the door.
It's the workman.
Oh, it's the workman. Okay. See how it's got that little piece right there? It's having trouble. It's trying to do on the background.
I was going to say, can you use your
here's this
paper pad here? The yellow maybe might help. There you go. There.
So you can use those, and it's in this set. So if you peek here, see what that looks like? So it goes so well with this as far as the as matching into it. So with this, my thought is just kind of make it sit like a drapery that you would see in a store window. So you go through. These are my flowers that I used out of the my vintage roses, and they look so pretty with this. And now, because I don't have any words that I'm trying to hide, I can put these anywhere, and I don't have to worry about, oh, maybe I should have not done that, or maybe, can you see all the words? So you can just do it all different kinds of ways, and I guess that's just what I'm trying to show you here, and how it is so versatile. You're not stuck. If you don't like stamps, you do not have to use the stamp. If you like the idea of having a little bit of definition, I love the words on the mannequin. I think they're so pretty, and I really like it. But maybe somebody just doesn't like stamping, and that's okay too. And you can even just kind of go in and have it. Boop, boop, boop. Let me pull this back a little bit. So here you have this set, and you can put it with something just fun. You can use your lace background and then use this satin mirror over the top. So it really just depends, and you can even do it like it's floating out and spilling out onto the ground. So you can just have tons of fun with these things. And like I said, this is just running it through your die set and your mold one time. That's it. That's all you have to do. You can cut your flowers and run them through the mold, and you have an entire set. And then you can keep going. So I think that gives you lots of information, and I hope to have a sale price for you very soon. I'm going to try and do my best. My dad is actually probably sitting in the parking lot waiting for me because we're running to Home Depot to make another order for the inside stuff that we need for our shed. So this crafting shed is going to be magnificent. That's all I have to say. So enjoy. I hope that you had tons of fun, and I know that there is a lot of stuff. And the last thing, because I told you that it would be the last thing that I would talk about, is the Craftaganza. So we have Craftaganza in the 4 Craftaganza kits, along with it's got the kits along with the inserts. The inserts are separate from the kits, but you do get all 4. I believe it is separate, right? The inserts. Sorry, Brittany was trying to decide which way we should do it, and we left it up to Debbie. So I'm not sure what Debbie's final say was it on Friday. So so we'll look that up for you, and it will be in your What's New Wednesday link. So with that, you can go through and take a look. It is online right now as we speak. And you will be able to purchase the Craftaganza. It does come with the magazine as well. And then from there, we have the Blockbuster size as a pre-order listed, because we are still waiting for one item. So we don't want to sell it as anything other than a pre-order due to that. But they are here, they are in, and we actually are one of the first people that have it this year. So if you want to get the go for it, I say go for it and give it a chance to run in. And I would say the pre-order, we should be expecting the box any day, because the rest of it came through on Thursday and Friday. So I think we just have a few tag-alongs that are happening. So anyways, that's what's going on. If you have any questions, you guys know that you can always give me or Debbie a call, or send us an email. You can either use info@Simply Special Crafts, or you can do customer service at simplyspecialcrafts.com and Simply Special Craft. Yeah, customer service at Simply Special Crafts. And if you do either one of those, we'll get an answer out to you right away as quickly as we can. So we check them every day. And I hope that you enjoyed seeing this as much as I had fun making it. And I hope that you enjoy it for yourself and have lots of fun. So enjoy the rest of the goody goodies. And I am going to say goodbye for today. And thank you, Thelma and Adeline, for your compliments. And I think that I saw a couple from Glenn and others as well. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Have a good night. There you go. Perfect. Hit the end.